Welcome to Motivation Local, a podcast where we explore how place shapes identity, community, and the way we see ourselves. I'm your host, Corey Sadlemyer, and I'm grateful you've joined me for Season 2. I'm grateful, too, for the generous support from TELUS Story Hive, supporting so many podcasts across Alberta and British Columbia. Lived experience doesn't just shape how people view their community, it also influences how they view themselves. The sum of these experiences and memories forms a narrative about place. At the heart of this season, we continue to explore how these stories intersect, how community motivates its people, and how people in turn motivate their community. This year, our conversations will stretch further. We'll still share stories rooted in Medicine Hat, but with a bit of a twist. Many of this season's episodes will be presented through the eyes of some of our more creative community members. Each will bring a unique perspective on the connection between place and identity. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that Motivation Local is created on the traditional lands of the Blackfoot and Cree peoples, within the homelands of the Métis Nation, and at the meeting place of Treaty 4 and Treaty 7. These lands have been gathering places for generations, and we honor and learn from the deep relationships Indigenous people continue to have with this land. I look forward to sharing this new season of conversations with you on Motivation Local. My guest today is Brian Heidinger. Brian is a born and raised Hatter with some detours through Edmonton and Calgary before choosing to return back to Medicine Hat about 14 years ago. Brian is a teacher whose path has been anything but linear, from teaching grade 1 to junior high, and for the last few years in the woodshop at Dr. Roy Wilson Learning Center. Outside the classroom, he co-leads the Red Rock Mountain Bike Club alongside Mike Fehr, a community-powered program that's introduced dozens of local kids to riding, skills, and to the coulees that exist in their own backyards. He's also the maker behind August Dawn, turning ideas into all sorts of beautifully crafted woodworking projects, all the while sharing the creative process with his students. We talk about leaving and returning, building programs with community partners, helping kids find their thing, and how place fuels both craftsmanship and confidence. Please enjoy my conversation with Brian Heidinger. Welcome to the show,
Thank
Brian.
you.
Appreciate you taking some time in the kind of the last moments of summer to sit down and have a conversation. And we met a couple weeks ago to just kind of chat about what that might look like and hopefully alleviate any fear of being
the nerves
on camera and in somebody's basement. So I actually just want to start off and just tell us a little bit about yourself
Sure.
and your connection to Medicine Hat.
Yeah, I'm born and raised Medicine Hat. So we were here growing up, lived in Southridge and Ross Glen. And then I think it's like the kind of a classic Medicine Hat story. We left for school and met my wife and swore we would never return because you get the taste of the big city and you think that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
So we lived in Edmonton and Calgary for a while, and then the family talk started and buying a house talk started, and it was like, oh, Medicine Hat's actually pretty good for that. Right. So and then we came back home. We've been back home for 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and have family. We got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old at home, so we're busy there, and yeah, just it's a nice little spot to be.
Yeah.
When we go to Calgary, we're going there this weekend, and there's parts of it I miss, but you really don't miss. I don't miss the traffic and the big city feel anymore. So that's a good spot.
I just got back from Toronto last night, and it's cool to be able to have access to some things. But the commute here is 1 second now, and that's pretty good too. Yeah. So born and raised Medicine Hat, you finished at Crescent Heights High School, right, as a student, right?
Yeah.
Because those Southridge kids used to flow that way. And
the big bus trip across the city.
Yeah. How about elementary school?
I was at Crestwood. We moved a little bit. We moved from Crescent Heights, so I was at Vincent Massey maybe for a year.
Okay.
And then bulk of elementary was at Crestwood.
Yeah. And do you have any friends that were still from childhood?
Yeah, I've got a couple buddies. Kent Campbell, teacher, Sean Monson, him and I, those three of us were all through high school together, and the connections are still there.
Those are definitely things that happen in this size of community for sure.
Well, I always laugh because Medicine Hat, I feel it's always 2 questions away from understanding how you know somebody else. Like you're, at a hairdresser and you're like, it's just a couple of questions and you figure out, we're related or we're, we know each other somehow. So it's kind of neat.
Yeah. That can be good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta watch out. Yeah. But it'll be okay.
And you're a teacher now, but you didn't take like the normal path to teaching.
No. So after high school, I moved to Calgary. I went to SAIT. I did a diploma at SAIT in marketing. And then right after that, the U of L had a chance to do the degree program. So I got a Bachelor of Management with a major in marketing through the U of L at their Edmonton campus, just to keep things super confusing. And then after that, I worked a little bit outside in like sales and management. And then about the time we moved home, I took a job in outside sales with the company. We were selling like parts and supplies to like dealerships and things like that. Okay. And then just kind of decided I was kind of tired of chasing that, like always the sales numbers were growing and growing, and that wasn't for me. So I went back to ed.
So when you first went to SAIT and doing a marketing program, like what did you think you wanted to be?
Okay, well this is another like a weird one because SAIT, the year that I went in, I think it was like 2007 or 2008. They had it labeled as automotive marketing. Okay. And my young teenage brain, I was like, okay, this is like designing ads for car companies. This is cool. And then it was not that. It was like dealership management and like how to run a car dealership. Okay. Which is very cool, but not what I wanted to do. Yeah. So I transferred out of that program right at the end of my diploma and just into their general marketing program. Yeah. But yeah, it kind of took me around.
And then U of L had a program at Edmonton.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so they had like an office building downtown Edmonton, and they had the top 4 floors of that, and it was just all business. So they did the accounting kids, marketing, and the HR. They had the 3 streams. Okay. And it was like tiny classes, like maybe 12 to 20 kids in a class, people in a class. Wow. And it was mostly U of A professors. Okay. Like an after school gig for them or something. Yeah.
That's in. I have a management degree from the U of L.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah.
It was I did ed alongside it. Same sort of thing. Started in like some business classes at the college because I was in the golf business, and then soon realized that wasn't for me. But I had built up all these classes that needed to transfer somewhere, right? Yeah, at some point. Otherwise, I might still be in school. Yeah.
I think that learning piece is so important. And like the more I've gotten into ed, and I don't know if you found the same, but I found like being in education is essentially being a salesman. Mm-hmm. Like my clients are a little bit different, but it's still the idea of like, here's the concepts I need you to understand, and here's why I need you to understand them. Yeah. And that was really what I was doing when I was in sales. So it's kind of...
Yeah, it was. I just read Daniel Pink has a book, To Sell is Human. And it actually uses a teacher specifically as an example, that a grade 1 teacher, he or she is standing up there trying to sell something. She's trying to sell a concept or whatever, getting kids to buy into that. And it's not a stretch to think of it that way, for sure.
Yeah, just getting people to understand and be open to listening and understanding what you're doing.
So you guys end up back in Medicine Hat.
Yeah.
You start teaching at Crestwood, which would have been your alma mater.
Yeah. My picture was on the wall. Yeah. So I did a year and a half. I had a mat leave coverage at Crestwood almost immediately. Like I didn't sub for very long. Yeah. So I got into Crestwood there, and I had a year and a half in their supported learning class, right, which was kind of it was a learning experience, like first year teacher, and I got 8 kids and an EA, but some pretty severe behaviors and fun. We had fun, but it was like right into the hot plate. Yeah. And then I went straight from there. I went to Wilson. Yeah. And then at Wilson, I took over a grade 1 mat leave, and then the following year was a 2-3 combo class, and then I moved up to junior high. Wow. Yeah. And then I did sciences and math, and then the last 4 years here, I've been in the shop. Yeah, it's been a weird journey, but like it's always, I just try to say yes to every opportunity that kind of presents itself, or try to make it work. So,
and then one of the things that you've done in your time at Wilson is establish this mountain bike club.
Yeah.
Share a little bit about how that started and how it's going.
Okay, it's not all me.
For sure.
It's 100% not all me.
Yeah.
So Mike Fehr is kind of the other driving force in the Red Rock Mountain Bike Club. Yeah. I had always kind of had a dream of trying to do something with kids and bikes, but it was just, I couldn't quite get it together. And then Mike, a few years ago, had sent out an email. I think it might have even been division-wide, just asking for people who are interested. And with his background, he had like all the paperwork done, and we had kind of already cut across the red tape that was in the way of getting that started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he and I kind of joined forces, and we're in our 4th year now. I think we've had like 105 or 110 individual kids over those 4 years. We're averaging about 50 registered riders a year. Mm-hmm. And we get about 25 to 30 kids out every Wednesday to ride with us. So it's been really cool. The connections with that have been neat.
What would you say has been your favorite part?
Just watching the kids who have never done it before fall in love with it. Yeah. Like the kids who are there and they love it already, that they're an easy sell. But those kids, like we had a kid 2 years ago who showed up and he rode fine, didn't stand out. And then his dad picked him up, dropped him off, and came back to the parking lot like 15 minutes later. And he's like, okay, tell me, how did he really do? It's like, well, he's fine. Like it didn't stand out in any bad way. And he's like, well, he just learned to ride a 2-wheeler last week. Wow. And he was a grade 7. And I was like, oh, okay. That's really foreign to me, but it's super cool. And he's been in our club since that day. And he's a great rider. And he came out to Elkwater and was shredding with us out there. And it's pretty neat to see that big growth. Yeah.
I was doing it for me when I was at River Heights, because River Heights pulled from kids from all over the city. So many kids were driven there on the bus or by their parents. And the first thing that stood out to me at Wilson the day we opened was the bike racks were full. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is like when I went to school. Like at Crestwood School, you had the bike, like where the MPR thing is in the middle there. That used to be the bike compound.
Yeah.
And that was just hundreds of bikes because everybody rode their bike to school. Yeah. So it's neat to see that kind of come back. How about for kids that don't have gear or?
Yeah, so like that's where the community has just been unbelievable. We were able to do some fundraising. We got some money together, so we just asked like any business who had an email on their website. I was emailing them. We got enough money put together, and then Ben at Gravity Sports like stepped up and helped us get a deal on bikes. So we've got 5 bikes that are owned by the club that anybody. So some nights like kid just wants an upgrade, they can ride it, or if a kid doesn't have a bike, they have a bike they can ride with us. Cool. So like the barrier to, mountain biking isn't exactly an easy one to cross sometimes. So try to give them a good bike if we can.
And then this summer, you guys kind of took it to the next level with some training and like inside bike shops and stuff. And
yeah, so we brought Psychopath has also been like Dan and Cole and the guys at Psychopath have been incredible too. So they took our whole group in. We did like a behind the scenes tour with the 30 kids. Yeah. They shut down for the evening, and we got to see how they work on bikes and where they store them and how that all works. So that was pretty neat. And then, we just like as much community connection as we can. That's what we've been really trying to focus on. Yeah. And then this summer we got PIMBA, so the Professional Mountain Bike Instructors Association. Okay. They came, we were able to set up a course here in Medicine Hat, and they came to us on like the rainiest weekend we've ever had. And they trained up 7 more instructors for us, which is sweet because that helps us with the insurance side of things. It keeps our groups low when we're riding. It's like a 1-to-5 or 1-to-6 ratio now. Okay. So we got a couple kids who are high school kids who got their certification, and a few more teachers too. So it's been a real community effort. It's been pretty sweet.
And so that's kind of mainly running out of Wilson and Alexandra. Is that?
Yeah, like that's where Mike and I are based. Yeah. So because of that, the sales pitch, right, is so much easier when you're in the building. Right. Yeah. But we're open to anybody, grades 7 to 12, across all Medicine Hat Public. Mm-hmm. So Christian school, wherever you're at. Yeah. And then we're going to try next spring to open it to grade 4 to 6 to do another ride night for the little kids. Let's see, because we've had a lot of asks about that, but that's getting to be a big spread when you go from grade 4 to grade
Right.
12. So
Yeah, and having, like you said, having the right ratios in place, and if you got less experienced riders,
Mhm.
where do you guys go from Wilson, or where do you start off your rides? Generally?
Yeah, like we rotate. So we'll meet at Gas City Campground.
Okay.
So there's that pump track there.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet, so we'll do that for 2 weeks, and then we'll go to Echodale for 2 weeks. They've got a beautiful trail network that they've kind of cut in there. And then we'll go out to Redcliffe for 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
And we always try to fit in at least one ride to Elkwater, but that's a lot more, organizing to get the whole crew out there.
Not riding to Elkwater.
No,
Riding.
riding on the ski hill in Elkwater, yes.
I rode to Elkwater once.
Yeah, no, not fun.
Oh, that shoulder is not your friend.
Yeah, I can't. 35 kids on the side of the road, that'd be scary. We just go to the ski hill side, so they've get some downhill runs in there with the kids.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
If you, because I know you guys have dreamed big about some of this, like what could this become?
Oh man. Mike and I have like Google Docs just full of ideas of where we think it could go. I think ultimately we would love to make this like an in-school sport, something that we're doing with kids during the school day, just like Hockey Academy is kind of doing. And I think like we've started looking into different certifications, especially at the high school level. There's certifications for hiking, and there's certifications for like whitewater, things like that. So I think we'd be able to incorporate other outdoor pursuits or outdoor adventurous things.
Have you seen anywhere where it's become almost like an extracurricular sport? Like maybe not in Alberta, or?
Well, was it you who sent me Faces?
Yeah.
And I don't remember which division that's out of, but it's like a summer camp.
Yeah.
Livingston Range?
Yeah, it's like Crow's Nest Pass area. Yeah.
So they're doing it more like a summer camp,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's like built into their school programming. I think they're kind of chasing they get the high school credits and stuff with their kids. Yeah. But as far as I know, like nobody's got it embedded.
Like you wouldn't be on the mountain bike team where you race against another school.
Maybe in the States where they've got like a bit more of a race scene or bigger populations, but I don't, not that we've seen.
I'm just starting to dream for you.
Yeah, no, that'd be like a race team. Like race team is on our list because there's a circuit of races that we could get the kids into, but it would be a family commitment in addition to us getting our stuff together too. But yeah, it's neat.
And maybe some of those things happen better at a club level than a school level kind of thing, like that kind of separation thing, because sometimes they run over summertime or whatever that is.
Yeah. It's been neat to see, like when you said club level, like, you think of a basketball team or a soccer team, that's a very select group of people, but this has just been like another rewarding part is just how vast our population of riders is.
Yeah.
Like we have grades 7 to 12 on the same night, and we have boys and girls, and we've got, the art kids and the athletic kids and everybody in between. So it's been really neat to see that.
Yeah.
Different look at sport, which is kind of cool.
Right.
And then once we're riding, it's not like you're passing a ball or a puck, right? You're just doing your own thing. Yeah. So it's kind of fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So you have the cycling thing that you and Mike are leading, and you said you've been in the wood shop for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that kind of experience before that?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not enough that they should have allowed me in. I remember maybe, do you remember maybe the day you hired me or in that moment walking down that hallway, and I looked at the project commons and I said like, what is that room all about? And you're like, oh, art things go on in here. And the shop was just full of machinery at that time. It wasn't really in use. Yeah. And I was like, oh, one day I want to take over that space. So no, short answer, no, not really did I have experience. Like home renos, and I've always done stuff, like worked on things and had a figure it out kind of attitude, but no formal training or the first few classes were pretty nervous in there, but gotta be calm and get it figured out.
And so you start teaching and working with curriculum and doing things with kids in that space, but then is that what leads to you kind of doing some of your own stuff?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like it kind of went hand in hand. Like into the shop, the school shop, and playing with it, and then going home and going, okay, I really got to figure how to do all this stuff like on my own. So I just started acquiring tools, which I'm pretty good at doing. So filled my own shop at home, and then just, started tinkering. And then all of a sudden, Kristen, my wife, she's like, okay, there's too much stuff. Like, we can't use all of these toy cars or cookbook stands. We got to start selling it. So Instagram, and then a few farmers markets, and just kind of started building it.
So that first, I don't know, the first time you show up at sign up for a farmer's market or knock on a cafe's door and say, hey, I've got these things I made.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Yeah, I mean, it's the same idea. Like, I remember the first Instagram post I made that actually had my face in it. It wasn't just a picture of something I made. And it was like, okay, it sat in my drafts folder for a week before I hit post on it, right? Because all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm going to get judged on my work, on what I'm putting out into the world. But just close your eyes and hit go. But the farmer's market, the same thing. Yeah. I remember that day I was like super nervous, and you show up and you go like, am I going to sell anything? Am I going to make my table money back, or people going to tell me to go home, or like, what's going to happen? Yeah.
And is there, because there would have been other makers there, people who've done stuff, do you like snoop around and go like, that's super cool? And what is that, what's that community like?
It's incredible. And I think like the farmers market community, and like, honestly, the Instagram community in terms of like woodworking and making has like supported me so much in doing that, just sharing ideas, but also like somebody posts a picture of their market setup, and I just message them and go like, how did you do that? Or did that work? Or people just share. It's been pretty cool. Yeah. I went 2 years ago now. I went down to Workbench Con. Have you heard of Workbench Con? So it's in Atlanta, and it's a conference for like YouTubers and Instagram makers. Okay. It kind of leans more towards woodworking, but there's like metal workers and resin people, but it was really cool just to like walk in and see some of the people that I've been talking with on Instagram, which is neat, but also just to get perspective of people trying to do the same thing, to share what they're making and maybe sell some of what they're making. And it was neat to be in that community where everybody's just kind of doing the same, being creative.
And what's your biggest seller? What's your?
Crib boards have been going really well. Like Christmas time, crib boards are pretty sweet. I do lots of cookbook stands, like kind of folds together and holds your book on the counter. Yeah. And I've been trying to do more signs, so like lake signs and like when you have a baby or get married or that kind of stuff. So
you need like a podcast.
Yeah, we could do a podcast sign. Yeah.
You ever worked with neon?
I've not, but I mean, I'm not afraid. I will try it. I'll say yes. Let's try it. We could do like some LED rope lights if the neon fails.
That's a good idea too. Yeah. So is there the stuff you're doing on the personal side that I'll come back to the community part in a bit. Do you see kids that have that kind of interest too, that want to do stuff like that and get their? It doesn't have to be woodworking, right? But get their stuff out there.
Yeah. And like once I think that has really helped me in the classroom, like sharing my stuff online, because I start to see like, okay, you're really good at the scroll saw. I suck at the scroll saw, but here is somebody that I follow and talk to who's good at the scroll saw too. And then I have work to show the kid. Yeah. Or I can go, hey, like this person is selling their wood burning and it looks kind of like where you're heading. Like maybe you could do that too. Yeah. That's been a neat connection, just in, like kind of trying to find the stuff that the kids are interested in. Yeah. I try not to say no when if they're a good student and they want to do something. I really try not to say no to their project ideas. So we had a kid last year. She built a model Jeep, like a 1940s, like a war style Jeep, and it was like to the millimeter down to scale, all out of cherry wood. She spent months on it. Yeah. But just that the shop is cool because you got that freedom to say, hey, go run with that idea. Here's what I found online to help you reference, but I know nothing about what you're doing, but let's try it. Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Do you do anything with so there's the equipment side, but on the technical side, like do they do any digital kind of work in there or 3D printing or
Yeah.
any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we're trying to. So at Wilson in the shop, I've purchased 2. They're called Shaper Origins. So they look like a router machine, like the old school router, but it's got a camera on the front, and it's got a computer. It's like a little column that's the computer, and it controls exactly where that router cuts. Yeah. So you can like 3D carve, like we could put your name on the table, carve it out, or cut it out too. Yeah. And then just before summer started here, I bought a X2 laser. So we're programming the laser to make cuts and engravings. Okay. It's like a whole nother level of learning. I was going to say, that's the next level, right? Like that's... Yeah, the learning curve, like you get this giant machine, and then you're like, I can't hit go. Like, I don't know what to do. You gotta, there's a little bit of work to get it to do its thing.
And you got to be careful when you introduce lasers.
Yeah. It's got a beautiful green cover that goes on top, so it's like wearing your sunglasses. Okay. So nobody has lost their eyesight yet because of that.
Back to that community piece. So you put yourself out there. Maybe you're at farmer markets here, or farmer markets here, or elsewhere. You said that community has been great. What's been some of the most surprising things you've seen people doing in those spaces?
Oh man, I just love seeing, even online, when you see people's setups, just how everybody interprets the same problem or the same challenge in a different way. Like, we went to a market last Christmas, and I showed up with my 6-foot table and my tablecloth and a few boxes I had built to put my stuff on. And the lady across the way from me showed up with all these flat packed, it looked like just plywood sheets. And then all of a sudden they unfolded, and she had shelves in them. And so I got to talking to her, and her husband was actually a retired cabinet maker. Okay. So he made her all of these beautiful pop-up stands, and her booth looked like a million times better than mine. Like, oh, okay, I can try that next time. Yeah. But yeah, just seeing how people solve the same problem in a different way, approach that challenge, it's been pretty cool.
And how about your own kids? Are they helpers at all?
I try to. Yeah, both of them will come into the shop with me, or I call it my bunker. Like, I have my CNC table and my laser underneath my deck. Okay. So I call it the bunker, and they come down there, and we'll play with the machines together. They'll ask me to make something. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to stick. Like, my 5-year-old knows what a CNC is, which is pretty cool. Yeah. We'll see if it sticks and they like it. Yeah. But they help out. I can give them a sander.
The sander's a good spot to start.
Yeah. It's safe.
Yeah. What's next for you?
Oh man. In terms of August Dawn, I think I just want to keep making cool stuff. Yeah. Like it's like a hobby. I call it a hobby business. Like, it's just enough I've always got a commission kind of going, and it keeps me busy, gives me a project to think about. Yeah. So just keep doing that. I'd love to get into some furniture. Some bigger projects would be pretty fun. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to Dave Ridgedale's shop?
I have not.
Yeah, they moved, and he basically built a garage bigger than his house.
Oh, it's a dream.
And it's just with the gear inside there. So for the hockey academy, he built all the benches in the gym facility that they have, and he used retired hockey sticks to do all of that work. And same sort of thing. Just loves to think about a project and put it together. And
yeah. Oh, that's neat. Yeah. One day my shop will be bigger than the house. I'm lucky. I can't complain. I'm lucky. I have a dedicated shop space, but it would be nice. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So August Dawn is your Instagram handle?
Yeah. August.dawn.co.
Okay.
Yeah. Named like a junior high group project. It's just my kids' middle names. nothing fancy, but yeah.
And you got tons of followers there, or
I had not tons, but yeah, we do.
But you've had a couple. You told me you had a couple you had a company reach out to you to sponsor you.
Yeah, like We Create Lasers sent me an email, and I was like, I'm getting scammed. This is not true. And no, I got a laser machine. They sent me to try out. Yeah. So that's been kind of fun, and a few little sponsorships and things like that. So definitely makes it exciting. Like, when that's not my daily occurrence, it's kind of neat to get some free stuff in the mail. If anybody wants to send me free stuff, that's cool.
You have a website where you can order stuff?
AugustDawnTimberco.ca. Okay. But it is like you're better off to just send me an email or a DM on Instagram if you need something, because that's a whole full-time job too. Just trying to keep that updated.
As I get into the podcasting world, you listen to the ads. I have 0 ads on my podcast, but Shopify is a big sponsor. So you might need from what I understand from all the podcasters out there, Shopify is the way to go.
Yeah, that's what we've used to set up the website.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very easy, but again, just the time to do it. Yeah. It's like, if it gets updated once every few months, that's pretty good for me.
Well, I'm gonna have to send you a concept of our logo, and we'll see if
let's do something for that.
Might work.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
that would be really neat.
Well, we try embedding some lights in. I don't know about neon. That seems like a little too far for me, but we could do some LED lights, I think. Maybe safer. It's kind of fun just to talk about those ideas and those concepts.
Yeah. Well, and like I think like I said, like I don't know, there may be 17 people that end up watching this, and 16 will be from your own family. And,
I'll send the link around.
Yeah. But I think that there are some neat things that people in our community do that people just don't know about, and I guess I'm hopeful that kids see and hear that stuff too, because it's a hopeful thing, right?
It's a neat, like the idea of kids seeing what I've been working on that was a weird one too for me, because I'm like, I don't want to be promoting my own thing,
right?
But at the same time, it directly aligns with what I'm doing in class. So it took a few months to be comfortable sharing. Okay, here's my Instagram page. Like, look at what I built, or look at what my friend built.
Well, and there actually could be crossover, right? Like there are outcomes that kids could do around making their own reel, really, or doing their own thing, and so it's not. Yeah. Although it feels weird, right?
It's it went. I think it's gone well. I think it's helped my teaching, but the first few times were strange, sharing that.
You haven't made any more with your daughter? You said the one with the voice.
Yeah, they wanted. I had her do the voiceover and all the sound effects, and it sounded really cool. It was cute. It was very organic. And then they asked for another one, and I was like, it doesn't feel. I don't know. I don't like. She didn't make that choice,
right,
to be online. So we tried. I try not to. If I don't have to, I don't
exploit your own children.
Yeah, she can when she's old enough to have her own accounts and stuff. She can make those decisions if she wants to be part of that.
Is the farmer market, is it like a seasonal kind of thing?
I mean, it could be all year. Yeah. Like they go all summer, and then into the fall. I've honestly just been picking some Christmas markets just for my own sanity, because like it gives me I have a little bit of an inventory built up right now, and as school gets going here, I'll keep building until end of November. Yeah. But it's tricky.
Yeah, because some people could chase that every weekend, right?
Yeah. I think there are people who do quite well.
Yeah.
Doing like every farmer's market they can sign up for.
All their jams and all their.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you go, okay, that's that crib board, even the CNC cut it still took me an hour or two of time in the shop. Like that adds up.
There's no
we got swimming lessons and stuff to get to too. So that adds up. But yeah.
Well, that was good.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hopefully that was painless and
yeah.
Motivation Local is produced by Table 4 Productions with the generous support of TELUS Storyhive. You can find our episodes on Optic TV, at our website, motivationlocal.com, on our YouTube channel, or wherever you get your podcasts. Our producer is Turner Sadlemyer. Our theme music was composed by Medicine Hat musical artists Snakes and the Riot. As always, thanks for watching or listening to our podcast. If you've enjoyed what you've heard here, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel or to leave us some feedback.